my lead guitarist, he lived upstairs from me. He's like, I'm fucking tired of hearing Nile. I was like, all right. And I gave the album back to Travis. I was like, thanks, bro.
I never got mine back. And when I did get my albums back, they were fucked up. Pantera 101 Proof. Fuck, I was rolling in a motherfucker in the back. I don't even remember your name. Not because you're not important. I'm sure you were a cool kid. But he's like, hey, man, what do you have? I was like, I got some Pantera. Fucking throw it in. So 101 Proof. Live 101. Best live album.
Fucking fantastic.
Any fucking Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd shit. Pantera Live 1 is probably one of the best live albums I've ever heard. Like, just sound-wise.
Production, yeah. And there's 30 years between.
Yeah, I know.
That's why. Like, that's a compliment.
A lot for fucking.
That's a compliment.
Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. So fuck you.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
But yeah, so.
Do you have another copy?
You
do?
I bought that shit twice.
Like on album, CD, digital. What do you?
They're stored away.
What do you got?
Oh, what do I have?
No, like, is it an album? Is it a CD? Is it digital?
It's in CD. Yeah.
CD, 101 CD. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have that on.
I don't either. I've actually never seen 101 on vinyl.
Not yet. I've got every other album on vinyl.
I have no vinyls.
I'm actually really fucking shocked. You don't have any vinyl?
He's not
all for my son and.
Oh, there's a lot of vinyl in your house.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Not for me, though. I mean,
too much.
All right, so.
He works his ass off.
There we go.
Does he?
I don't understand how you have time to listen to vinyls or anything.
I cook. I go home and I cook.
Dude, I have no time.
I'm saying, when I cook, I might go home and I might scramble fucking 8 eggs. That takes like 7 minutes. But if I know I'm going to do that, I'll walk in. I put an album on.
See,
but I don't know when I'm going to do any of that.
Yeah.
So a lot of it.
All right. So
it's a Friday on a
whim. We didn't.
We're throwing it on.
Sorry.
We didn't do this in the beginning, guys. Anthony, what do you do for a living?
I drive concrete truck, and
what is your schedule like? Driving a cement truck, hiding bodies, and whatever it is.
You find out what time you work at 5 p.m. And then when you come in the next day, you don't know when the fuck you're getting off. So pretty much, yeah, that's your schedule.
So there.
So my schedule is.
What do you do?
I'm a loader operator for a concrete plant. My schedule is an hour before any of the drivers come in, typically. Or sometimes 2, because I am that dickhead who likes to fucking drink his coffee and be let the fuck alone. And then
gets off 3 hours before.
That's not true. I mean,
he gets off whenever he feels like it.
I get off in the loader sometimes. No, I don't. No, I get off probably. I mean, I could go anywhere as late as to when the last truck comes in, or if they know for a fact, hey, we don't.
There's not going to be anything.
It's not that bad. I could get off an hour and a half earlier, or even earlier than that. So I'm a bit of a bitch.
So Anthony needs time to listen to vinyl. So we got to figure out. Yeah,
I would absolutely love.
Enjoy
when I know I'm going to be cooking. And Mom, Jackie, everybody will attest to this. When I know I'm going to be cooking, I'll throw a vinyl on, dude.
Yeah.
Even if I know it's going to be like 20 minutes, if I want to hear something, throw some old Metallica on. I throw some Black Braid on, dude.
Yeah.
Just love it.
Fucking Black
Braid. And I've got a bunch of classical. Like I'll throw some Bach, some Mozart.
I'd love to hear Black Braid on vinyl.
It's good. It's good.
I'm absolutely positive.
I've got it, and I'll bring it up here. Like I mean, it's not a big thing. It's not a big rig that I got. Like it's a little.
Yeah. What do you got, Crosby?
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Well, set this shit up. Not to get off subject,
but I don't think we've been on subject. Yeah, we haven't been on subject all night. So,
but yeah, I mean, we're sticking music.
All right.
But we are bouncing.
Yeah. We're gonna get
listeners are fucking pissed.
There's 100 of them. They'll love it.
Yeah.
So West Coast. We talked about a little bit about early shows.
I feel like I've talked more about it than Anthony.
So name of the show is Chops. The reason it's Chops is like there's metal chops, there's cam chops, there's chops, there's meat
chops.
Yeah,
we
all like to cook, so I don't want to get into that yet. I want to talk about metal now.
Yeah,
let's move to metal. Shut the fuck up for a little bit. I know this is hard for you.
I'm sorry.
It is very hard, man.
What's the chop? What is the fucking riff? What is it?
Oh, it's easy.
That they like you were like, I'm a metalhead. Like
yeah.
What is the chop?
Pantera.
Give it to me. Which
Domination.
one? Domination. Nobody can argue that one. Like that is
it's hard to argue.
That is one of the fucking most disgusting.
That fucking
that
breakdown.
Yeah, that is one of the most fucking historical. We'll go there. Historical fucking chops. Dude.
I would say so.
And I was there. Same. We're not the same age. We're the same age.
Close.
Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you. That period in time and music, that's what got me.
Yeah. It really got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my shit. And I don't know what it was about it, dude. I can never explain what captured.
It's hard to explain. It's a feeling that it's.
And what's wild was at the same time, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective came out.
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse is in it, you know.
Yeah. Like,
with Chris Barnes, and I saw that, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's heavy."
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't into it. I wasn't. Not at first, dude. Like death metal
on a comedic thing, it was like, okay, that's kind of funny.
I dug it that they went there with the movie. Like they put something heavy in there.
Yeah.
And I was young as shit, dude. Let me be real.
Yeah.
I didn't fully appreciate the gravity of putting a band like that into what became an iconic movie.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what it meant for the band. I didn't understand what it meant for the death metal scene. I didn't get it at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, I wasn't allowed to listen to metal at home. If friends at school were sneaking it to me, listen to this, some Injustice for All and some Pantera and whatever. Mike, check this out. I'm like, shit, dude, I can't listen to this at home.
I don't think we ever had that, bro.
We did.
No, couldn't listen to it at home, dude.
I think if I would have,
it was too rowdy.
If I was young enough and I would have brought something in like fucking Bathory, or like Immolation, or something.
I wouldn't have been into.
I think my mom would have been like
that would be the thing for me is I wouldn't be into that.
First time I heard Cannibal, Ace Ventura, like I wasn't into it.
I think actually for all of us in this room, it was probably, I don't know about you. I can say for me, Ace Ventura was the first time I ever.
It was the first time I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't seek it out.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was a real band until a little bit later.
I thought it was something that was put for the movie, and
I was like, that shit's heavy.
Fucking heavy shit. How do you make that shit up?
Yeah, so I was listening to Metallica, a little bit of Pantera, whatever at the time, and AC/DC and Aerosmith and all that. Like
the basic.
But that little put a spark in there, I think, and then. Somehow, I can't even put the timeline together.
Yeah, what was the fucking that moment
for me
where it was just like, and that's it.
So
as far as like your switch from like I don't want to say mainstream, but mainstream rock and metal to.
But I was
harder.
I was like,
death metal.
14, 15 years old. The little Kent bass over there, trying to learn some Jason Newsted fucking bass lines. I met this guy, Justin Cupp. Went to high school with him. And he's like, dude, Metallica's cool. You know. Slayer. That was
Fucking Slayer.
that was the tipping point. Justin Cup. And he hung out with this guy, Native American dude, Eric Woodby. And he's like, Slayer's cool. Here's Bathory. And I was like, whoa. Like, I don't even know what the fuck's going
That's
on.
a fucking jump.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, dude,
That's like 2 or 3 genre jumps.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can't fuck with
Let's
this.
dial that back.
Yeah. So I struggled. Like, I'd hang out with him a lot. Like, Eric and I, we clicked right the fuck off early on. Actually, I jumped over a guy. Guy that went to the first show with me. Mike Weiner. He got me into a little bit of heavier stuff. Little bit. Maybe Slayer. Maybe he's the one that really just pushed a lot of Slayer on me. And I was like, yeah, some of this shit is fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I had a hard time with it at first. Even Slayer, dude. Even Slayer.
Yeah, dude.
Because, like, my household was like, no Metallica. No AC/DC. No. So, like, had to sneak the shit in. Like, headphones on, little puffy, those little tiny shitty puffy headphones. Like, I'm in there. It's like, yeah, Black Album. Yeah. Like, I'm cool. No. Walking around Norfolk at night, listening to the Black Album. I did.
Yeah.
And then I met Mike Weiner over in Norfolk. And he got me into Slayer a little bit. And I'd already listened to some Slayer, but I never just fucking got down to it.
So was it instantaneous?
It never was, dude. It was
That's the same for me. It was never instantaneous.
It was the live show. Go to the live show and you get to interact with the music, not listen to it. Like the mosh pits, dude. I'm 15, 16 years old.
The visceral.
I'm fucking 120 pounds. I get in there and I get fucking thrown across the mosh pit.
Wait, how old were you? No, I'm just.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever was 120. I think I don't.
Shut the fuck up. So, but that was what really shifted me from
I can agree.
from rock
I could attest to that.
to heavy metal to black metal to death.
And then
The live shows. The live shows.
Fever, dude. Like,
And-
I remember, sorry, I don't
No.
want to hijack it. But honestly, a pivotal moment was the year I went 99. It wasn't just Black Sabbath. Slayer was there. And the weird thing was we caught them at a weird moment where they had just reunited. Slayer. So they had
What year?
It was Ozfest.
99?
Yeah. And they were
Is that when they brought Dave Lombardo back?
yes.
Yeah.
But they also did it something fucking weird where they did like 2 albums, compiled them, and it was weird shit you'd never listen to. And it was fucking Diablos and Musicus.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Fucking
I remember.
Not Show No Mercy, the fucking shit that came before Show No Mercy. So you're doing like weird fucking shit. And then they did something even fucking weird with
But you were into Slayer before this.
No.
Really?
No. Okay, so my first encounter with Slayer was an album that I bought thinking it was a Slayer album, and it was a fucking tribute album. And I've tried to fucking look for it. You cannot find it. It is a fucking album. Dude, anybody fucking, if you see it, I want it. I'll pay you. I'll sell you my fucking nephew. You open the album cover, and there's Baphomet, and then you pull the sleeve out, and this is CD. You pull the sleeve out, and you open it up, and it's fucking Baphomet on a crucifix, and then Jesus, I don't even know. Jesus becomes like his vagina.
What the fuck are we even talking about? What are we talking about?
This album, dude, it fucked me up. It's the first time I've encountered anything like this. And it's like
still relevant, apparently.
Like shitting out babies from
what are we going
Jesus'
on about?
mouth, vagina, and these and these nuns are just like grabbing them. And then it had like bands at the time I didn't even know existed, like fucking Vader and shit like that.
Oh yeah, Vader goes way back for me.
The heavy fucking bands covering Slayer and shit, and then it was like I just gave it to my buddy. I was like, dude, this is too fucking heavy. And I was like, I gotta dial that.
It's alright, it ain't going on. Slayer in the beginning, that same way for me.
Really
like
fucking hard for me to get into. Even when I really listens.
I like the music, and when I found out like Tom was the singer and bass player, I was about that because I started out as a bass player.
Okay.
So that I was like, I want to get into Slayer, but fuck, dude, like Slayer. So going from
the
like,
speed.
Yeah,
The
yeah. So before I got into any kind of black metal, so I'm going from like I'm trying to get in with these guys. Like, you know, it was this metal clique. So there was this new metal clique in my high school. They were cool. The
new metal kids were always a little nice.
Man,
to get. They wanted people to get in because they needed more people.
Sure, but they're also, all right, we're gonna have to get into like
the new emo.
No, we're gonna have to get into our.
Back in my day, it was rough.
We're gonna have to get into to naughty indulgences here for a minute.
Oh, sure.
So the new metal clique was also the guys that were like into ICP.
True.
So
I was one of them.
ICP, I still dig ICP, dude.
No shit,
like,
okay, Juggalo. Yeah,
so,
I do. I love ICP.
Naughty indulgence. What you got? Who is it?
Yeah.
What's the one you shouldn't admit on camera? But like, goddamn,
I got a couple of those.
ICP, dude.
I got a couple.
Mom still on occasion rocks the Hatchet Man to work.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
She'll wear the Hatchet Man to work, and people are like, "What the?" But people that walk in and know it, like,
oh shit.
So we went to this stupid ritzy fucking breakfast restaurant down in Portsmouth, Brutus's. Like, this place is only open like 9 to 1.
I remember this.
And we walk in, and the waitress is like looking at Mom kind of funny. She's like, "Hang on, I'm gonna bring the cook out here." And she brings the cook out, and he's a fucking straight fucking juggalo, dude.
Oh no shit!
Like
tattoos and shit,
tatted eyelids,
yeah.
Fucking dyed dreads and shit. He's like, "Juggalette, girl, I got you. Anything you want on the menu's on me." Like,
damn.
Yeah, just
That's
fucking
fire, dude.
And
that's awesome.
And the other wait staff in the restaurant's like, "What the fuck's going on?" Because the chef just came out and just like dapping Mom up. She's like, "What's up, Juggalo?" Like,
that's fucking awesome.
And they start talking about albums or whatever, like, you know. And Mom's like, "You listen to this?" And he's, "Yeah. What do you think about it?" "All right, let me get back here and cook you something, Mama." And just went and hooked it up, dude. That was the craziest shit, dude. Yeah, because she was wearing that fucking Hatchet Man. She's got that fucking giant Hatchet Man pendant, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
Like, our fucking service was so fucking on point because of that.
That's fucking awesome.
But I fucking love.
What is
I love ICP, dude.
What is the shit that you listen to when you know no one else finds out?
Tell us you're naughty.
I got a couple. That I'm afraid you find out.
I think you're a George Strait guy or something, dude. Like, yeah, he listens to country, dude. Look at.
You're
hang on. Let's not. Hang on.
Red dirt for him. But no, like
no, something that like if I or Mike or you would not play.
Yeah. You'd have to explain it to me.
Like,
there isn't a
house music. Like that's
what is house music?
So techno.
Oh, yeah, I'm not too far off of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, but
Mino listens to a lot of that. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
well, dubstep. Mino's.
Yeah, I like dub too.
Mino got me into dubstep. I go to dubstep shows with him.
Depends on
not
my
often
mood at work. Like, I'm all over the place. So
he
I
really
fire up the bass can.
Like, if I play my thumbprint, you'd be like, "What in the fuck.
I don't know, man. I don't feel like we're. I don't think we're all too far
at
off.
any moment. I mean, true.
You'd be.
If you hit me with some fucking Taylor Swift or something, we'd have a fucking
that
problem.
won't be a problem.
Yeah.
But like, it would go from like omnibus.
Oh, it pisses John off.
I can't stand it.
He's a very
And I'm not
organized.
Okay, maybe
I actually like this about John.
I am
Like
very-
his black metal station is black
is
metal.
black metal.
His fucking thrash metal station.
That's not true either. Because my black metal station will shit between. Sorry for subgenre and shit. Extreme blackened death metal to symphonic blackened. So there's a variety there, but it's still black metal. There is no American
It's
fucking heavy metal or death metal in my fucking black metal. Fuck off. I don't want Lamb of God when I'm listening to Dimmu Borgir. God fucking damn it.
Right. See,
And I like that. But so
me
when I'm at the gym, like sometimes I'm listening to classical, and that's all the fuck I want,
I don't know how do you get fucking ramped up?
dude. It's crazy
Is
when
it like
if you get into it, if
Flight
you get
of the
into it,
Valkyries,
yeah.
Ride of
Well,
the
whatever.
Valkyries.
I don't know. No, it's not heavy.
No, I know it is.
So
that's the
like
heaviest
if you're trying to do like slow, like smooth eccentrics,
okay, timing. Okay,
just slow, like you're bringing it down,
Yeah.
smooth
That makes
fucking
sense.
eccentrics, dude.
that makes sense.
Classical is easier to do that to than metal.
Fair enough.
So if I go in and I'm gonna do like heavy sets,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to do slow eccentrics,
It keeps you in your head too.
Yeah.
So timing,
Yeah.
breathing,
Yeah,
all that
dude.
shit. Okay.
it works.
Yeah.
You go
I see
in,
that.
you wanted to go in and you want to do volume,
Mhm.
like you just want to
Just
do
fucking crank shit. Yeah.
little bit lighter weight, but like high volume
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Slayer,
That's it.
Vader, shit like that. Like you'll do 30 reps of something before you can even count it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
but if you want to slow it down, put some weight on, and focus on your eccentrics, classical will fucking wreck you, dude.
Bro, I never would have thought about that.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing
So my station,
strength training, I was
my station. Anybody wants to check it out? Max Richter. He does like some. I'm gonna call it like post classical. Does some like soundtrack kind of stuff. A lot of cello, but like slow drag cello, dude.
Okay.
And it's good for the slow, heavyweight, controlled eccentric stuff. It works for me. I don't fucking know, dude.
Is that like who's that producer for like Tim Burton shit? Is that Donnie Elfman?
Yeah.
He does a lot of cello shit. too.
Yeah. I love cello, dude. If
You can make a lot of
If-
shit.
if I could ever learn to play like a real classical instrument, cello. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, think of
Stand up bass.
Apocalyptica. I mean, they're one of the best cello heavy metal bands I've ever heard of.
Yeah. There was one around here. Oh man, they had a fucking killer cello player. This dude would like break a string on stage and restring it right in the middle
While
of the
he's
song.
playing like a fucking Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah. Fuck, I wish
for
I
a
could-
cello. That's awesome.
somebody out there that fucking listens to this chime in. Tell me the name of this band. Oh man, they were big around here. They may still be around. I don't know. Never had a bass player. Only had a cello player.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to love.
That makes sense. I mean, if you're not gonna have a bass player,
Yeah, love.
cello,
Dude, I love going and
you
seeing
can
them
get some
live.
fucking crazy fucking sounds with the cello.
Yeah.
Like a decent cello.
And like, he was bowing it, plucking it. Like, he
Yeah.
was badass.
You knew what it was.
Yeah. And it was a metal band.
Hmm.
So
Electric cello or
No.
acoustic?
no, plug-in acoustic. This dude, this
just
dude was
to get
killer.
the fucking thing.
Yeah, electrified acoustic, whatever. I don't know what the
Same
fuck they call it.
diff,
Yeah,
but I mean, you could
But-
do some fucking crazy fucking shit. now,
yeah.
too.
No, but this was like a cello with
Yeah.
a pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a hollow body guitar, but gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was fucking metal, dude. Like he was hard.
You ever see or hear of Apocalyptica?
I think it rings a bell, but maybe we talked about it. I
Got
don't
to
know.
a
Yeah,
little bit. I mean,
They
they had a couple
Yeah,
pretty big ones.
So,
but they're decent. They're like 3 or 4 minutes.
what was the chop? What?
Me?
So you play a little bit of guitar. You we can break it out.
I fuck
Like-
around. I don't play.
I don't know. Maybe can we unzip it? Can we show?
I mean,
yeah.
if you
Can we fucking pull the zipper down, dude? Jonathan brought in the axe. Like everybody knows here, like we're surrounded by them.
The mistress.
Jonathan loves the setup here. Anthony does. Yeah.
This is home.
Yeah, I mean, we're surrounded by axes.
Yes.
Just another X.
Yep.
Or an X.
An X or an
Soon
axe.
to be.
Yeah.
Soon to be.
So
Yeah, man, this is the bitch right here.
you're in good view there. So
I can't believe fucking shit, but I fuck around.
so
I like to act like I can.
a Slayer riff. You got anything?
Oh, fuck off.
Come on,
I
come on.
can't say that. No, I think
You
the
want me to do it
closest
for
I
you?
could get is probably like, fuck me. Hold on.
Okay, just stop.
I can't. You got me on the spot. I can't even do a new level. Sorry.
Anyway, what was
I could tell you
the
moment.
what was the chop where you're like, I want to buy a guitar?
I could tell you. I could nail it down.
I know what mine was.
I snuck into my brother's room. So it was 90.
Pulled out a couple of Playboys.
It was either late 92
Yeah.
because we hadn't moved to Linwood until 93. So this was late 92, and somehow Anthony got his hand on Far Beyond Driven. So I snuck into his room, took that album, took it into my parents' bedroom because I didn't want to get. See, I'm already.
Get your fucking shit pushed
like in my head, I'm already busted for going in Anthony's room. That's 2. 1 for going in his room. 2 for stealing an album. I didn't want to be done for 3 listening to an album on his fucking stereo. So I was like, I'll break it up. I already know I can listen to music.
I'll go die elsewhere.
Box. So I fucking go into his room, gank that CD because I'm like, it looks so fucking weird. I've never seen a CD where everything was all about like, let's fucking cover the whole album.
Yeah.
Put everything on
it.
Yeah. But they didn't. And it looked like
Pantera.
Pantera, and then it looked like fucking teeth, and it was all rusted. I was like, dude, that looks fucking badass. What is this? So I'm like, all right, I can't get busted listening to this album in his room. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it in my dad's room, and I'm going to listen to the Windows. Because I know Dad will let me listen. So I'm like listening. I'm like sliding through, and this shit's like the heaviest fucking shit I've ever heard. It's like by far.
Absolutely. And that time.
So that's my. But here, dude, I swear to God.
The chop. What was the riff?
Shedding
The chop.
Skin.
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
And then there's this thing that fucking Vinny does.
Shedding Skin.
I could hear it in my head. And he went from doing on his foot. He went from doing like a one hit on the open, like to the intro, to all of a sudden a double kick. So they went like a full count with him just boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
boom, 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 and then all of a sudden it was like I was like,
and it hit you right there.
Fuck! I mean, it was
like that.
It was
that kind of triplet. Like
it was the riff, and it was that fucking. Oh, dude! I mean, for me, Vinny and Dime are my Van Halen.
Oh, absolutely!
Like, that is
absolutely incredible.
In stone, you put that up on my grave, on my tombstone. I don't give a fuck. They're my Van Halen.
Yeah.
Until I told Anthony this a few years ago. I didn't tell him this, I wrote it because I couldn't look him in the eye. He's the reason I'm into metal. Like my older brother.
Well,
stealing. I couldn't just ask him for shit.
So a couple years
I
ago,
steal his shit from him.
sure. A couple years
He's
ago,
the reason I'm in the metal, man.
maybe like 2-3 years ago, Mino calls me up. It's like 1:00 in the morning, and I'm often up at that time. I don't sleep with shit, but like he calls me. He's like, dude, Machine Head. I'm like, yeah. He's like, Davidian. Like you listen to that song a lot, and I know you dig it. And like I don't think I've ever listened to it all the way through. He's like, dude, the breakdown. Like I've never listened to the song like through the full breakdown at the end. Yeah. Because my brother's got this thing where he listens to like 47, 50 seconds. I don't know. Of a song. Never a full minute. He listens to just a few seconds of a song and he's like, skip. It's, you can't go on a road trip with. But finally, hang on. He listened to Davidian all the way through that fucking heavy fucking breakdown. He's like, Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you love that song. He's like, you're always listening to it, and I hear it. Yeah, walking in the shop, and it's fucking playing. But he's like, dude, that fucking riff, gives me a completely different perspective on metal. As a genre in itself, just the way they changed the timing and flip that whole song on its head. And it does.
Yeah.
When that song fucking actually breaks down at the end, the whole song is trash compared to that. Like the way it fucking just, that is the chop. That is it. Right? That's the song for him. Like, and he called me after midnight. Like, dude, fuck, that is fucking heavy, dude. Yeah. I've never listened to it fucking in 20 years of hearing that song. I've never listened to it all the fucking way through. Fuck.
So what's yours? Hold on. Oh, what's?
I know where I was at, dude.
Right,
go piss, dude.
Yeah,
go piss.
Yeah, go. I'll have another beer ready for you in a minute.
Yeah, I need one. I need a piss too.
We need to take people.
I remember.
But that was my problem though. That's
what?
The whole reason. Just me skipping through. Like I could only listen because it was so fucking heavy.
It was hard.
I was like,
it was hard for me to. So as a guitar player, I was already.
I could have saw that coming.
Yeah, I was already playing guitar before I got into like heavy music.
Okay.
So when I started hanging out with guys that listened to heavier shit, it was hard for me to like visualize what they were playing. So it was hard for me to appreciate it.
So because it's like, that's not how I'm playing.
Well, the chops were so hard. They were so fast. These guys that I was hanging out with, like the stuff they listened to, it was so fast. It ain't going nowhere. I couldn't connect to it physically. Like I couldn't even think of how to play that.
I had to almost build an emotional connection to it.
No, I needed the physical.
Okay.
What was missing was the physical connection with the music, dude. Like I couldn't visualize the chop. I couldn't visualize like the movement that they were playing. And I was like, it's fucking noise. So that was hard for me to get around. Like getting into music was
can or ball.
Can. Moving from like easy chorded, like shit you can understand, you can visualize. Like I'm a visual learner. So like moving from, chorded, like power chord, 3-bar bullshit. Not bullshit. Like rock and roll and kind of heavy stuff that was easy for me to connect with to heavy metal.
Like and so it goes through like multiple progressions.
But like even like Metallica, like starting out like trying to learn some of their stuff as like I didn't want to do cover tunes. Like when I was like, I think I'm gonna be in a band. I want to be in a band. I love playing music.
Mhm.
Still do. I was like, I've heard a lot of Metallica, and it's challenging. You know, Battery. I don't know if you can play that.
Fuck no, I can't.
Yeah. Challenging jam, dude. Master of Puppets. One of the first ones I tried to tackle. And then started hanging out with that guy I was telling you about, Justin Cup. And I was like, started trying to just listen to the music. Like, try to get the vocals out of my head.
Yeah.
I couldn't connect with it, dude. Like,
As vocally?
Yeah. But the dynamics of
The structure.
like the movements on the guitar were very interesting to me because some of the early stuff I tried to learn to play was just all like low down on the fretboard, just power chords. And then the Slayer stuff was kind of all over. When I started looking at it, started trying to figure it out, it's like maybe technical is good, you know? Like as a guitar player,
yeah.
you know, I didn't realize it was technical at first. I couldn't hear it.
Mhm.
You were just emulating and trying to find.
I just couldn't hear that Slayer actually had a level of like technical playing that I didn't understand. Like,
Rest in peace, Jeff Hanneman, man.
Yeah. There's
no shade on Kerry King, but Jeff Hanneman.
the technical stuff was beautiful. And once you start learning to play it and understand like how well rooted that stuff is, how well written it is, it's like shit.
Pretty fucking tight.
They're very talented.
Yeah.
It was the speed that was throwing me off. That's what I realized.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand the speed at which they were playing these technical pieces. You know, I thought it's just thrashy shit.
Yeah. It's just super
power
fast
chords.
and heavy.
Yeah. But I looked at it, like the way they structured it, like, this isn't just thrashy, shitty, fast stuff. Like there's technical stuff here that I don't understand. So I started trying to figure out like how they piece stuff together. And that really influenced how I started writing music. Like because I didn't understand that. Like how to write fast music, how to piece technical, fast stuff together. Not strumming chords, but thousands of picked notes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that was a hard step. And I sucked really, really bad at first.
As pretty much anybody would. I mean,
You should.
Yeah.
If you don't suck, you don't realize you suck, you're not going anywhere. But
Right. I'm the greatest. I still am. No, I'm just kidding.
that's why nobody's heard about you.
Yeah. What was yours, bro? What was your
What was
like,
what
the
was your
moment
chop?
You fucking heard it and you're like, this is fucking it.
What's the chop that
This
you
is-
put on fucking repeat? Like I want to punch a hole through every wall in my house. Like I want to do white male
The
violence.
chop first.
He's already
I
got
said
a white shirt now.
I said the Pantera Domination.
Domination is
That was insane.
Yeah. Fucking.
Do you remember when you heard it? I remember the first time I heard Cemetery Gates.
Same here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I can't.
No?
I
remember
So much drugs, so much alcohol.
I remember
man.
where I was at, who I was with first time I heard Cemetery Gates.
I know who I was with when I heard it for the first time, but I couldn't tell you when that was.
When, where, how.
Yeah.
You know what? If you say that, I could probably tell you.
No, not this.
But Pantera was like, it was the chop.
I think for both of us,
So-
it was Pantera that really, as far as metal, for me, and
Yeah, because all my other shit is not metal. I mean,
it was
like,
Pantera,
no.
dude. It was Pantera, and then
For our generation, a lot of us,
Deviating.
it's Pantera. Yeah.
Between Anthony and I
Pantera.
saw, okay, so it was Pantera, And it was always, even when it wasn't Pantera, it was. I was like, I tried and I tried to seek out other shit that just, and it was always Pantera. And then I got into when middle school, then it was like Sepultura.
Yeah.
Roots.
Soulfly.
almost
Fucking Roots.
I love Soulfly.
I think middle school, early high school, I started going back in time. Like, I'm real late to shit. Like, in the year...
I was too,
I
actually.
got started when I was born.
Yeah.
So it was like, I jumped back. And
We're a year apart. So, like, I was actually really late to this bullshit, too.
Yeah.
I was.
But I'm even later than you are to the black metal scene. And
I don't
we
know.
can get into
Like,
that later.
No, like, we can jump right in there.
Bro, I can fucking tell you right now, I didn't get into fucking black metal until I moved here.
When was that?
No, bullshit.
Yeah, I mean...
No, black metal.
Yeah, well...
I did not start getting into black metal until I moved here, and that was like 2011. 2012.
Yeah, you were way after me. So.
And it was like always Dimmerborger or Cradle of Filth. I'm
Sure.
like, there's more, dude.
No.
Let me and you know, thank God for fucking Pandora, because I could just fucking hit shit and it would be like, oh, would you like this? So I was like, yeah, let's listen to fucking, you know, Old Man's Child.
Yeah.
Let's listen to Mayhem. Let's listen to Immortal. Let's listen to Bathory. Let's listen to your mom spilling her guts out in front of the anti.
Hold on. Let me. So, you were talking about earlier how, like, it was harder for people to hear certain genres of music.
It was, because it wasn't just
and to that point,
click in.
You know, I mean, yeah, when you got into it, sure, it was readily available. But, I mean, that kind of answers, you know.
I mean, him. Yeah, well,
I was
wasn't the same back then.
Everything though.
No, the algorithm was not the same.
Right.
But it changed everything.
Like back then, like early on in Pandora, I don't know.
Friend. Like,
but early on, even in Pandora, like you could put on Cradle of Filth, and it would play you like AC/DC and shit.
Yeah.
It would.
Oh,
it
yeah,
would.
Yeah. You're right.
It wouldn't play black metal.
Right.
It'd be like, oh, this is metal. It wouldn't play you Cradle of Filth. It wouldn't play you Cannibal Corpse.
Right. It wasn't, honestly.
It would play a bunch of off the wall shit.
No,
back then.
it would. It most definitely.
So
no,
even back then, in the early days of digital music, it still wasn't easy to find stuff. Dude.
Okay.
You had to kind of.
I'm not a liar. But
you had to cheat the algorithm a little bit.
Mayhem Festival, I think that really got me in. It was Mayhem Festival.
I remember those. Did you go to one of these guys?
I went. We almost did. It was the last year they did it. 20. It was the last year they did it. 2015, 2016.
I don't know.
King Diamond was headlining. Fucking Whitechapel.
I remember that, but I remember when Whitechapel was.
It was going to be at Woodbridge.
Yeah,
the biggest fucking. I saw it. Almost creamed my pants because I was like, every band that you want to see was going to be there.
Yeah.
And it's the last fucking one. I didn't go. God,
was that like 10? 2010? When was that?
No, that was after. It was like it had to have been
14,
16.
15.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't go to any of them that late. Like I was too
from 2000
with every goddamn thing else.
From 2002 to 2008, I went to every Ozfest and every Mayhem Festival.
Yeah.
I lived an hour, not even an hour. I lived 15 minutes away from our biggest amphitheater. And it was every year it was there. So it was like, we can just get it before everyone. It was like, just get the tickets and we can fuck off.
Yeah.
And Behemoth.
Yes.
Behemoth, I saw them.
I think Behemoth is like, it's one of those bands that's a super game changer for anybody that's like, anybody that's kind of like
anyone new listening right now. If you have an inkling to listen to Behemoth, listen to their new shit and then go back. If you're not, but if you are tuned to like black fucking heavy crazy shit, go ahead and listen to their first album in chronological order. Otherwise, listen to the new shit and go back, because you're gonna be like,
what is this? Oh. Yeah. So they're one of those bands that like,
yeah.
If you're not quite into death metal, you're not quite into black
That's
metal,
your niche.
But like you want to get into something heavier. Behemoth is like
Behemoth, Dimmu, Cradle. You can fit. There's an album on all three of those bands. You can fucking fit in
all those catalogs
and find something. I mean, Anthony has.
I've seen all of them live. Love their live shows.
I like a lot of Behemoth.
Yeah.
They're groovy as fuck now. And I love them for it.
They've brought in so much like death metal groove.
It's true. And I even go back to their like, I just Grom. I just picked it up on vinyl. I can't wait to fucking listen to it actually.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of excited to fucking see like Grassroots. Because I know they started out as a black metal band.
You got to go back.
I'm not surprised at that. I want to see where the shift went.
But listen to the guitar work back
then.
Fuck
yeah.
Yeah, the guitar work back then.
Yeah, just
it's so much more Slayer.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to put that in your head, but like
Venom and shit. Like I'm already thinking because I've gone back a little bit, but not that far. But I've also read The Devil's Conquistadors, and I've read his biography, so I know, like, because he talks in like these were the albums I was listening to. This is what we were allowed to listen to. I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, Poland is very stringent on what you're allowed to consume as far as being like,
art
legally available.
Their art is very regulated.
So it was the shit that they got was bootlegged as fuck. And
very like highbrow Christian fucking.
So any heavy metal you got
this, you can't listen to this.
Yeah. So anything they got was like from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who was from the UK who. Yeah, so it was very bootleg.
Somebody smuggled it. You got to hear it. You might die for listening to it.
Yeah.
So that's their music came out of that.
Yeah,
like that fucking hatred of censorship is actually what it's about.
Yeah,
the censorship that they had to endure to become a band
and thrive
is what made them.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
and they're one of the.
It makes sense.
It's insane, dude. It's insane the lengths that they've gone and the shit, the hurdles. I love Behemoth to this day. They're one of my favorite extreme metal bands. To date.
I see both sides of where they're at, which is wild. Like when you listen to how frustrated they are, you've got to be able to understand how they got there.
You have to look at the politics. Unfortunately, you have to look at the politics of where Poland is right now.
And it's Catholic politics.
It is.
Which is unfortunate.
It is.
Like, it doesn't take in all sides of any...
No, it's black and white for them. And if you are doing this, then that's this.
It doesn't try to consider...
Ride the rails.
It doesn't try to consider not just one or two sides. It's one side.
It's
like
one.
So, that's... And you can hear it in their music.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can see... I don't agree at all. Not even like... I can't put a percentage on it. But, like, I don't agree where the fuck they come from. But I understand it. I understand their...
Yeah.
They've had their fucking throat stepped on, dude.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
I don't... Yeah, I don't agree with their... religious ways, but
I don't know.
It's the art that I
understand 100% their frustration.
Yeah.
That's why I like Behemoth, dude. They make it clear their frustration, why they're frustrated, And they make it completely understandable. And I get that. How they, not just them, people before them, how they've been fucking stepped on.
Yeah.
And that's
made to
right.
be sound.
Yeah.
And people who
don't
have the fucking balls.
Artistic ability, I don't think they're matched, dude. Like, for what they do, there's nobody that does like a black death metal as smooth and easy to listen to. Just beautiful, really beautiful music.
It really is.
I've got his signature pedal down here. I still don't know how to fucking use it, but like,
you'd be hard pressed to find somebody or a group
even out of Europe. Anybody out of Europe, dude, you're not gonna find somebody that can do what Nurgle can do.
What fucking Inferno can do?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to stop sucking their dick. But, yeah, they're great.
We're off topic a little bit, but they are.
Check them out.
They have done something for Europe.
Yeah. Well, they've given the people who don't agree
the lawsuits,
with the church.
The lawsuits that they fought.
How about the lawsuits in America?
Well, right. But I'm just saying, in Europe, like, they're I mean, it's probably a dead end road, but like the things they've done over there, just fighting for
what is it,
artistic freedom. Yeah, just freedom of speech.
It's crazy. We're actually talking about this, and it's what 2024.
Yeah,
and it's almost like they're stuck
1600s.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's. I've always believed that.
You have the right to believe.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, even if you don't believe what you're saying.
That's what it's about, man.
And it's something, consumerism. I mean, because as a creator or somebody who's at least written something, as a writer, I know that what I'm writing isn't meant to
I got to interrupt you, but back up from that, just as an artist, just if you're gonna paint something you had a nightmare about,
and
you're gonna write a short story about something you had a nightmare about, something you had a vision about, something you dreamt about, something you just imagined. Is it wrong? No.
It shouldn't also be taken literally either.
No.
So the argument that the church has with that, it's like, dude, it's just something to be consumed.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's not literal or not.
It's not necessarily propaganda.
So
but
I'm gonna jump off on a tangent here. This is a fun one. You wear a lot of band shirts. You do too. You're not tonight. You're not tonight, but you typically, I do too.
All I wear.
Even my company shirts have gotten, but I'm saying my company shirts have gotten some heat. What band shirt have you gotten fucking heat over, dude? Like, what band shirt was there like a conversation over? Because I've got to go.
I've got a couple.
Okay, let's go.
Go back to the first one. Tool.
Holy shit, that's mine.
Hold up. So it was this shirt. I had to fucking take it back because my parents, my grandparents.
Your what shirt? Like you?
Tool. My Tool shirt.
I got that, but you said something out there.
My grandparents, my parents, school, they all had an issue with it.
What shirt?
It was weird as fuck, and that's why I wore it, and people got pissed. It said Tool, and then on the back, it was these two dudes underwater, but one dude was wrapped around the other dude's torso from behind. So it was like, what the fuck are they doing underwater? It was so fucking obscure and weird. I don't even think you look for it. I don't think you'll find it. It is such a weird fucking shirt. I had it for all of like a month, took it back and got a different shirt because my mom was like, you're never wearing that fucking shirt again. And then I want to say it Cradle of Filth, Cruelty and the Beast. The chick on the back. Elizabeth. The fucking heart.
Yeah, Elizabeth, yeah. I had that one.
They just I wore it anyways because fuck school.
Yeah, I got some shit for that one too.
And then shit. Do You Want to Die? Slayer. It was a Slayer shirt with one of the Death's Head fucking dead skull
I don't know
SS soldiers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then on the back it said, "Do you want to die?" On the back, and they're like, "Why would you? Why would you ask that? You're asking them if you want to commit suicide?" And it's like,
one of my boys wore one of the Metallica Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, like
he wore the Blitzkrieg T-shirt to school, and like they shut down the school like it was gonna be a fucking shooting.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because he wore the Metallica.
Penguins. I'm sorry, the Bud Ice Penguins.
Yeah.
I had a caution sign shirt. Said beware the penguins. And then on the bottom in like the smallest fucking font, I stole it from Billy Higgins. It said Bud Ice. Like, dude, you could cover that shit with your thumb. And I was walking and they're like, the only reason I got stopped is because some douchebag who drank beer fucking knew what it was. Like, is that a Budweiser t-shirt? I was like, I don't know. I like penguins.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
bugs the hell out of
that
me.
shit right there, what's that say? I'm like, what, where? What? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Under your hand. Oh, it's ice. Dude, it's an ice company? No, that's a beer company. It's like, I don't drink beer, but he's like, you need to turn that shirt inside out, dude. Yeah.
Did you fight him?
No, I wish I was a fucking kid. I knew what I was doing, but I was like, I'm going to try and, like, talk my way out of it. But, I mean, I wore a fucking Uncle Kenny's fucking King of Beer fucking sweatshirt, fucking Budweiser.
I used to wear the Budweiser shirts to school all the time. Nobody ever gave me shit about those.
For a year, it said Budweiser on it. Nobody fucking cared.
Nobody gave a fuck.
And then it's like all of a sudden we're close to like 99 and it's like, dude,
nobody gave a shit that I wore.
Yeah,
I had the Budweiser shirt with the frogs.
Yeah.
You remember the Budweiser
frogs, dude? Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck about that shirt. What happened?
Who fucking cares? It's a fucking shirt.
I was 17 years old. I was probably.
See, I was getting buzzed. Yeah. Fuck, I was
partaking in Budweiser.
Although the West Coast.
I was already partaking. So there was. I don't know if he was homeless or what. There was this guy that hung out at the 7-Eleven, and
probably homeless.
I could take him like $18, and he'd walk out with like 2 40s and a 12-pack from me. Like he was cool.
Had you in?
So yeah.
I'm
not gonna name that guy because I can't. But anyway, when I was that young,
we all had that guy.
Yeah, I was young as shit. I was way too young to drink. But like, this guy would be like, "Hey, buy me a 40. I'll fucking get you whatever you want out of 7-Eleven."
That's me and cigarettes.
I don't know. I think a lot of guys had that guy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Our age, I think even still that shit kind of goes on.
I may or may not be that guy.
I think for the older people, it's a nostalgic thing that makes it hard for them to say no to the kids because you were there.
I don't know.
You were that kid at one point, so it's like
I don't want this dude smoking crack.
I'll
buy him some beer
or cigarettes or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I mean, I remember going up to guys and be like, "Hey man, will you give me a pack of cigarettes?"
They're like, "Buy me one."
Yeah, like you give me one, sure.
Buy me one,
or give me $5.
I need a short off of that.
So my biggest thing when I was in school, they made me take my shirt and turn it inside out.
Yeah, what shirt was it?
Yeah. Well, what shirt was it?
Yeah, let's hear. Yeah. I think I already know.
Yeah, you do know.
We're getting into a conversation that I don't want to have.
Yeah, probably. So it was this wonderful hockey jersey.
Yeah, fucking beautiful hockey jersey.
Yes, it was.
Full cotton. You won't find a hockey jersey like this.
No, you won't.
Actually, I want to say it was probably more of a rugby
Yeah, it was.
It was more of a rugby shirt than it was a hockey jersey. It was more.
But yeah, the whole it was a Pantera shirt.
Yeah, it was.
Had a pot leaf on it, and school had a problem with that.
Who did that?
Yeah, they did.
It's probably the coolest pot leaf you'd ever see on the shirt.
It was.
The fucking tie-dye look.
Yes.
But it wasn't tie-dye.
It was dope.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
And I wish I had that shirt back.
Sorry, dude.
I just have to remind you every so often.
Look, I'm going to say this on my defense.
I don't want to hear
it. If the court would hear me.
No.
That shirt.
Jury's out right now.
That shirt would probably have lasted a lot less longer than it did where it was than in my hands.
But that's not the problem.
Alright. 9 items out of 10 that were where you left, what you left, was destroyed by fucking either cat urine or rats. Still, that shit.
I don't even know what the fuck I just walked.
No, because if I would have known where it was, I would have taken it.
You knew where it was. No. It was in the loft, in the back of the garage, in 5 fucking bags that you left on top of the garage. That's where they were. Chris told you that. I told you that.
Nope.
You never came and got the shit. And I was like, Anthony.
I must have been high or drunk when you told me.
Oh, God, I hope not. But maybe you were. I mean, there was a lot of shit going on at that time. You were doing a lot of moving.
Beautiful fucking Panther rugby
one of the
jersey.
coolest. It was a...
You got the jersey?
So it was a full fucking cotton jersey. And it had...
The old jersey were dope.
It was not...
Do you have any of the jerseys? Either one of you?
Oh, no. I did. But
no, do you have one still?
Fuck you, dude. I don't, you all the way off.
I don't have any jerseys.
It was a rugby... It looked like a hockey jersey, but it didn't have that mesh fucking heavy feel.
Yeah.
It was a shirt. It was full cotton. Yeah. And it had like the strips. Yeah. And then it had the fucking, like, it looked like, and it was white and black. And then it went from the rusted.
I want the cannibal jersey.
It went, I saw it. Yeah. But this, so it had the, they took the font from, Far Beyond Driven.
The one you liked?
The rusted, and it looked like fucking rusted, and then they put this pot plant on the back of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it wasn't the Death Head pot plant. It did not have a skull.
Yeah.
It was the pot plant, and then the pot plant had these fucking points in it that looked like it was tie-dye.
They're fucking impossible.
It, like, you cannot find it, and if you do, they're like $300, $400, $500.
Yeah.
I've tried. Because apparently I can't fucking live this down.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, and I will say this, my hand to God, in my hands, that shirt lasted a hell of a lot longer than it would have where it was.
Doesn't matter.
Fuck you.
Anyway.
Fuck your mom. Fuck your mom's mom.
What is the chop? Shut up, Jonathan. Anthony, what is the chop? What was the moment, like, what was the fucking... fuck. Metal. Like, what was that riff, that chop? What was the real moment for you? I remember mine. Like, I'd listen to a lot of metal. I'd listen to a lot of shit. But, like, what was yours, dude?
I don't even know.
Like, when was it metal?
Like, yeah.
I don't know if it was Pantera. It might have been, like, because that's, like...
It's hard to nail down.
Grunge, like, that's kind of where I started.
I know. That's why I wanted y'all's story. Like, you guys came from not metal, not classic rock.
But it kind of evolved to that because...
Yeah.
So, I would say, like, my first, like, oh shit moment, like, getting into...
This is heavy. I like this.
Was probably Tad. Honestly.
Yeah.
I've got to find a clip to drop of them because I don't know.
Dude, they're
This is what I want.
When we have been very drunk, I have played them for you.
I know you have, but
Yeah.
like nobody's gonna know this. So like,
Yeah,
you gotta find a
the
clip.
heaviest
Yeah,
fucking
like
grunge.
Tad Greasebox. That's like
The hard
Throat
shit.
Locust is another song that's
Throat locust.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like that.
very good.
They're
So like that's one of the chops. Like one
yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
like this is my shit.
Guitars
Yeah.
just fucking scream.
it stuck with him.
Yeah.
And it's always been like on a night where it's just either me or him, or it's like, you know,
Small
a
group,
group of people,
yeah.
or it's like,
Yeah, we've jammed them in here.
Yeah.
So
But,
it's,
like,
it's just
Off
like,
the top of my head right now, yeah, I can't fucking.
Yeah.
remember.
I mean, Tad for him is like Himza for me, and I cannot get away from Himza.
yeah,
I can't.
you're not supposed to be able to get away from where the fuck you
But-
came from.
Yeah.
Right?
But
Like
I think for me,
you're not supposed to be able to. Like that's the point.
the
For real.
heavy, like I remember, summertime. My dad would work all day. My mom had to work to help my dad out, and it was just us, and we'd get bored. We'd start sifting through the shit my mom and dad had,
Yeah.
and then it was like we get bored of that. So it's like, what's the next best thing? MTV. What's on MTV?
Headbangers Ball back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the moment that I saw Painkiller.
But
Fucking
Yeah.
Painkiller.
painkiller. dude.
That
Yeah.
fucking. I was like, and then you hear that.
Got your little teen boner.
I was like, holy fucking shit. And my brother's like,
My
no, dude,
shorts are tight.
let's fucking put this shit on. So, all right, my dad had these Fisher. Goddamn, you will never find the best fucking surround sound system. I swear to God, I don't give a fuck what you're.
Get on with it. Talk about the
Fisher.
music.
It was
Yep.
fucking Fisher. You fucking throw that, and my dad had the tuner, all four fucking
The old
subs.
16 bar or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
it's fucking
So and
stack.
like
The stack.
oh, the fucking stack and the record player and the CD and it had the whole fucking thing. So we turned that on and we're like, and we took the fucking plates off the front of fucking speakers just so we could see those subs fucking hit.
That's why mine's not.
Oh, I
dude.
love it.
You
I got that
gotta
little.
So you
Yeah.
see that fucker just like blam,
Everybody that comes into the shop and
And
puts
it's
music
just
on,
like-
stands there and looks at it like
fucking
watches it
turn
dance.
that
Yeah.
shit up, and we never had the cops called on us, but we had neighbors come by like, guys,
Yeah, it's done.
turn that
It's enough.
fucking shit down.
Yeah.
And we're like, sorry. And you know, we would for a couple hours, and then it's like another fucking banger
It's back
will come
on, yeah.
and it's just like, you know,
So that's what this generation's missing. You had to wait.
yeah,
You had to wait for the
or
fucking
like
song, dude.
here,
Or call it in.
yes,
You'd have to call it in.
Call
If
it
they
in.
call it in, your buddy would call it in.
yes, get
Like,
enough people.
I want to hear Rain and Blood. So like 37 people would have to fucking call
Fuck,
in.
all right, we'll put the fucking thing
Yeah.
on.
All right,
And then
so-
they would play Rain and Blood.
I don't
man.
know how it was on the.
And it's
East
like
Coast.
fucking 3.5 minutes of glory, and then
Yeah.
it's back to bullshit.
All
man.
right, so here's
But
the
you
thing.
got Rain and Blood played, and you got to sit there and hit play record.
Yes.
And you got to
okay,
fucking.
That's something we need to talk
That's
about.
that's our generation.
Yes.
We
Waiting
had
for
to make
your
our own
song
mixtapes,
to
dude.
make your mixtape.
Yes, dude. And I would call the station, call the station.
Have you ever been laughed at?
Yes.
Oh, I've been laughed at.
Yes.
Kitty, I requested Kitty. Like when I
So-
first moved here in 2000, and I called, and I knew Kitty had like they
They
were
played here. That was my first show. I
Like-
You lived
Just talked
here
about that.
before.
No, I didn't. I said that I moved here, but I never established that I lived here before
Yeah.
I moved here.
any fucking way.
Anyway.
Giddy.
Yeah, and I called in to
Jennifer White. Back then, Jennifer White ran like the late night show on FM 99.
Yeah, see, I never did that. I did it midday after
Oh yeah,
school.
yeah, you're
I
fine.
fucked up.
And then then right after that, after she left, or maybe she started it, I don't remember. They did a thing called Metal Shop.
Yeah, we had it in Seattle.
We still have it in
Where if you called in and requested a song and it wasn't metal, they wouldn't play it.
They'd laugh at you for not requesting metal.
So they did the Metal Shop thing. Jennifer White, God damn it, love you, miss you, Jennifer White. She moved to Missouri, like St. Louis or something. FM 99 went downhill.
See, I'm telling you, they're all owned by the same motherfucker.
Yeah.
Some Jewish guy.
What
Still jamming.
Oh, you want another shot? 5 minutes? Dude.
5 minutes of what?
Time left.
No, we're not done, dude.
I have to have my phone back.
Nah, you don't. Fuck off, dude.
5 minutes.
We're gonna have a two-parter.
We're gonna have to
That's
mail
wonderful. Next week.
We're gonna have to mail it to you, I think.
Your phone.
Bring it to you tomorrow.
Unless are you opening the door for another shot?
No,
I think that's what that was, dude.
5.
Well, goddamn.
So, what went from metal, rock, heavy metal to like black metal, death metal?
All right, so for me, ever since I keep going, I know,
fuck them, dude. Fuck them. We need a different phone.
I keep going back to the time that I was laying on my dad's bed with the boombox, had fucking Pantera, and
but where did it go?
No, I'm getting to it. It reaching for something heavier, something faster. It just never was enough.
I remember that fucking.
And it was like at the time Pantera did it. Pantera, they had it locked stock.
Pantera had a lot.
When they dropped,
it was everything.
I swear to God, when they dropped 92, when they dropped Far Beyond Driven,
that did a lot for all of us, dude.
That shit, it was lock stock. They fucking had it. It had everything. You wanted heaviness, they had it. You wanted speed, they had it. You wanted the guttural fucking fuck you, fuck life, they had it. You wanted deep, metaphorical fucking lyrics, they had it. It was there. They had it all locked stock. But then as I was growing up and I started writing in 7th grade, and as I was writing and starting to fucking like, okay, English class, they actually have something to give me and I can take shit and, look into some fucking older, I started reading between the lines per se, starting to take in other works aside from like just the music I was listening to. I was like, what else is there? What else is there that I'm not listening to?
Were you thinking what's heavier?
Yeah. It was always heavier. So it was always what's faster? What's faster? What's heavier?
I started just venturing into what's heavier. Like
I wanted it all.
I struggled at first with Slayer. I did.
I did too.
And then I was like, "Fuck!"
It wasn't the speed of the music. It wasn't for me. It was Tom.
It was Tom's vocals. Tom's vocals.
Now, I've never look.
Did you ever struggle with Tom's vocals?
With Tom?
See, this is where we differ.
Oh, you always love Tom.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Both of y'all are very lyrical. Pay attention to lyrics.
Okay, yes.
But also write songs.
I get that. So, when I listen to a song and I hear the first sound of an instrument,
the riff, the bit,
the very first, whatever it is, that's what
hits you.
So it's either Vinnie Paul,
but you never struggle as you listen to Slayer come up because you were there.
Yeah,
as Slayer came up from there, they started kind of punk. A lot of people don't like to even talk about
Decade of Aggression,
punk rock. It's fucking punk rock. But they came up
Undisputed Attitude. Sorry,
they came up out of the fucking kind of LA roots and went
and then
a little bit black metal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Slayer was
Venom.
early black metal. Like
Yeah.
and then Slayer like deviated again
Yeah.
and became thrash.
Yeah.
And then they just held thrash, and that's what they were. They're thrash metal. They are thrash metal gods, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking Slayer.
Yeah, they
You
are fucking
cannot
Slayer.
Say
But,
Slayer
like-
without fucking Slayer.
You and I were there, like when Slayer was kind of going through these transitions, and I struggled with Slayer. Like
I did as well.
the guitar playing, never had a problem with,
Right.
but like just the arrangement of it, I struggled with. Like Tom, I had a hard time getting on board with Tom for a while, dude. But then once I accepted it as fucking thrash metal, and once they
Hardcore
accepted
vocals.
themselves as fucking thrash metal, it's like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, this is.
Yeah, I didn't go back and listen to Undisputed Attitude.
I still do. And I'm just
I
like-
do too. I do
I'm
too.
still like,
I don't get the.
it just hits me a different way.
All right, so for me, I try to listen to Undisputed Attitude as like a homage to what they were listening to when they were developing the band.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what Undisputed Attitude is.
They were
It's the
trying to
shit
figure out what
that
is
they
Slayer.
like. I want to be your dog. Like, have you listened to the original one?
Yeah.
It's like put yourself in their shoes, being a fucking like our age at the time.
What is
doing
Slayer?
what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like that's what you're listening to, and it's like, and this is who you've become. I was, goddamn,
What a step. Yeah.
God
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
damn.
what a
Or,
progression.
what is it, Johnny? What was that? All right, there is a fucking. I'm not a huge punk fan, but is it Johnny killed himself or Johnny? Oh, dude, I actually like that song. It's like a hardcore punk song. So Johnny killed himself, and it's
I don't know
talking
what the
about
fuck
like
you're talking
either.
about.
Oh, it's a fucking. It's on the album. Go fuck yourself.
I've never heard that
It's
album.
a great album. It's on. Maybe
Came
I
out
don't
right
know.
after Eat a Dick, Jonathan.
Yeah. Not because it has my name's not Johnny, so fuck you. I'm not egotistical. Maybe a little bit.
He's ingrown testicle.
Two of them. Still. No, I
First album, balls drop someday.
maybe one day. No, but I think
Fuck you. You
once-
can't even remember.
no, but no, like going back and listening to it for me, it's kind of like putting myself where they were when they were first going.
Who the fuck is they? Who are we talking?
Slayer, you
I know,
fuck.
Dick. I know. I'm fucking with you.
You're an asshole.
Yes.
But no,
Slayer.
And then-
Mid 80s.
yeah, I mean,
You were sucking tit. What do you have in common with them? Get it over with.
nothing. I'm just, I have nothing.
I mean, Slayer was sucking tits at the same time.
No, that's not the way I was. I was sucking milk out of them, and they were just doing it because they like nipples.
Well,
Hopefully.
So the
But
transition.
no, I'm just
Now let's go heavier. I know it started with you. I know, Jonathan. Started with you. So when did the turn go from like Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth to real heavy metal? When did you pick up guitar? When did like the turn towards
to-
heavy?
I remember it was.
Let me cut you short. I need a fucking beer.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
What do you want? No, wait. You don't get
a beer. Yeah,
A beer.
Yeah, a beer.
that's good.
A beer. Give me
It is
a
good
beer.
There's only 2 left.
There ain't 2 left in there.
Oh, there won't be.
Yeah. Gentlemen,
So yes.
skull.
Motherfucker. I remember the day and the guitar I wanted.
Start with a song. You can start with the day if you want, but like, when did when did it turn to heavy metal?
No,
Not metal, not Pantera, not Slayer. Like that's
fucking
heavy.
thing. No, that's
It's not
the
heavy.
thing. When I wanted my guitar and I wanted to fucking just fuck around and start doing shit was the day that I stole his fucking album.
Which album?
It was Pantera Far Beyond Driven.
Damn, that's
I fucking swear
okay.
to God.
Yeah.
And then I started stealing
mid-90s.
I started stealing the fucking ads that we get every Christmas for Guitar Center.
I remember that.
And I'd circle every fucking year. Every year, I'd circle the Warlock BC Rich. And I'd be like, this is what I want.
I
and
want to
then my
fucking.
mom would be like, well, what? I want you to write a letter to Santa. Tell us what you want. And every year, a BC Rich Warlock, a BC Rich Warlock. What your uncle wants to know what you want. I want a BC Rich. And then like, well, you need to get lessons. I was like, well, you guys can get me lessons. And it wasn't fucking 2 decades later. I'm like almost married. I'm like, I want a fucking guitar.
Yes.
I want the guitar I've always wanted.
Good.
I got the guitar I've always wanted. I like it. I like to fuck around with. I can't play it, guys.
I like it. I like it. It's fun.
I fuck around. I make noise, but I'm a writer. I write. That's my niche.
Okay.
I've been writing since I was fucking 17.
So this dickhead listens to heavy stuff. Brings it over to you. Like,
I'm not
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the dickhead.
Well, I was giving back.
You're doing this. Stop.
We're jerking each other
Yeah.
off.
So what?
No.
What is the heavy song?